All right, baby. Welcome to the Mid Show, presented by Miller Lite. No matter what team you're rooting for, there's one thing we can all agree on, whether it be Bears fans, LSU fans, whoever, and that's that football season brings us together. Connection like that deserves to be celebrated with a light beer that's just as great, and at just 96 calories, Dave. Miller Lite is the only light beer you want to celebrate with all season long. Your birthday was yesterday.
Megan's is today.
We're having Millers in celebratory fashion.
Hey, Dave, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Yep. It's deck beer season now.
Yeah, it is.
It
is. And it's very much still fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much still fall.
Yep. And now the temperature is...
He just put you in a box.
He did kind of put me in a box.
So shout out to Miller Lite. It's Miller time all season long. You can make it Miller time. You can make it Miller time all season long when you go to MillerLite.com/redline and get it delivered right to your door, or you could find it pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Dave.
Yep. Nice and easy.
It's easy. It's that simple. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Happy Megan Day. I think Degan Day is technically only for it's never.
Well, it's like
it's a 48-hour experience.
It's a 48-hour window.
Degan
so I guess happy Degan Day.
Yeah, it's still Degan Day. It's still celebrating Day.
That's nice of you to celebrate or to share your day with Dave.
Megan.
He wouldn't have shared his day with you.
I am sharing my day with her currently.
It was yesterday.
Megan is so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about the snow. It snowed for the first time in Chicago, and it's just it's adorable, but it's also will probably be the height of your excitement.
Yeah, no, I just never have really seen snow, and then it happened on my birthday, so I was like,
it's a Degan Day miracle.
This is this kind of rocks just a little bit, but then I remembered I have to go trick-or-treating with my kids tonight, and so I know it's going to be probably really, really cold, so I'm not looking forward to being out in it for multiple hours, but watching it out of my window this morning, I was just talking to y'all before the show, it is the most relaxing,
it's peaceful.
Watching it just flutter down, and I just want to stay in my bed and eat some soup.
It's great until you have to shovel it. Or driving it. Or
that's why I'm renting, boys.
Walking it.
I'm not trying to shovel any snow.
Shoveling snow.
Wait, you don't have to shovel?
I don't think so, because we our townhouse is all
attached.
Oh,
it's like a association.
I think so.
That's nice.
That is very nice. That's key. It's like the number one killer of people in the
heart attacks. No, you don't even know about heart attacks now.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
Heart attack? Snow attacks?
Get that thick, wet, heavy snow, and you shovel it, and you die.
It's so right at the freezing point, it'll be half water, half snow, and it just is so dense and heavy, and you shovel it, and it is the best workout you'll ever have. You'll be sweating. You'll take your jacket off. But if you do that as a 60-year-old who...
Yeah, but there's something to it because it's super heavy and you're all bundled up or something.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old. He'll be doing that. That's not a job for mom.
Shout out to
no,
him.
that's
true.
That's an oldest son job.
Also, we told you
it's an oldest son job.
I had to do a lot of shoveling in my day.
We were talking about hand warmers, and we're like, you could use them personally for you. You're a girl.
Yeah.
But
that's
you're a pussy.
sexist.
You're kind of a pussy if you're a guy and you use
I don't
hand
agree
warmers.
with that at a football game
They're
or something.
so warm and so nice. If you put them in your mittens.
Well, what if you don't have gloves? Then can you use hand warmers?
Put them in your pockets.
I really don't know anyone who regularly uses hand warmers.
Well, say you don't have any gloves and there's hand warmers around. Are you still a pussy?
I mean, I guess I wouldn't say no, but I would never go and pick them up and be like, this is a necessary stop. You know?
The only time I do is at a bear tailgate.
What about a hunting trip?
10 degrees. Yeah, and hunting.
So, Eddie, if I ever see you with hand warmers, can I call you out?
For sure.
Yeah, do it.
For sure. Now, if they're offered to me, I still won't say no. But I'm also fine being called a pussy.
You put on the heat straps on your stomach and back.
Yeah, I wear the Shaq Icy Hot. the Icy Hot patch.
Think that would work? Keep you warm?
No.
Not to keep you warm. It would just burn. Not heat burn.
I've never done the patches.
Also, Danny, explain your costume.
Cocaine bear.
See? I knew it was Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Was it the cocaine on the bear that gave it away?
Is that actual cocaine?
No, it's protein powder.
It needs to be whiter, dude.
Strawberry flavored.
Really?
Yeah.
So shout out to you. Shout out.
The only one who dressed up.
Chief says he's the brawny man. He just looks like he's about to say something racist to me.
Why is
He
that?
nailed the costume.
Because he's a
Hey, you know
skinhead.
what? That's racist.
That is a little racist.
Why? Because I'm saying the brawny man's
You're-
racist.
Why is the brawny man racist?
No, I'm just kidding.
You take one look
This
at
guy-
that guy, and
this
you're,
guy-
you're not thinking he's like some progressive liberal, dude.
I could be
Come
from
on, dude.
fucking Portland or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be a hipster from Portland.
hell
Hey,
yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
from
Rucker.
Seattle
No,
or
no,
Maine
no,
or
no.
something.
Bikes parked outside.
No, they don't do red or black flannels there.
No,
What are you talking
Those
about?
hipsters don't do red or black.
They do like thrifted flannels.
Thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
This is from Target. This was like $11. They won't do that.
Big
My
spender.
grandmother's calling me to tell me happy birthday. I'm gonna go ahead and have
Answer
to.
it.
Speaker.
No,
Speaker.
she wouldn't understand. My grandma was the type
She
that
might say something racist.
no. she
Grandmas are susceptible to that.
she
Yeah.
thinks that the people are watching her on her computer camera, so she takes a post-it note and
She's right.
She thinks that people are watching her like get undressed and stuff though. She's
Now, is that like
very old.
that
I think
kind of happens though, right? Or
does.
no?
I don't know,
Can't-
but she said it forever,
just-
and I've always thought it was like the funniest thing ever. She was like, "Well, they're watching you." And I'm like,
I-
I don't think they're
I
watching
mean,
you, Grandma.
I can't remember where I heard this, but I feel like somebody I know had one of like either like the pet cams or the baby cams like up on their.
Yes, dude.
Who was this?
I saw the video. I don't know who the person was, but I know that's a thing.
Where they were watching it back. They were watching the camera footage back, and they noticed that the camera angle changed. So like somebody had hacked into their camera and changed the camera angle from outside the house.
I had seen that for baby monitors. That's happened too. It's like really scary. I've seen like
Yeah.
because they're supposedly baby monitors are really easy to hack into, like when they're on like your Wi-Fi,
Yes.
and like people will just like mess with kids for no be like, I'm watching you, little
Yes.
That's
kid.
so
Like,
fucked
Oh, that's just like CB radio, right?
I've been.
I feel like you got really too excited on that one.
I said this on the stream. No, I'm
Eddie's,
not
Eddie's gonna
excited.
get exposed.
But I like when it talks about like fucked up things. I've been falling into a wormhole of watching scary Ring doorbell footage, and it's horrible.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yes.
I feel like you can make a good horror movie from just Ring footage. I don't know
Yeah.
how you
It
would
It
do
could be
it,
like
but
the opening scene or
Could be
something for
paranormal
sure.
activity, modern
Yeah.
kind
day.
That's all
of,
it is.
but just Ring footage. All you
Yeah.
just
Like ding dong ditchers
You don't
and
know,
Jehovah's
like,
Witnesses.
what type of creature it is. Like,
Yeah.
Well-
eating these people at all these ring
I've
spots.
seen one, and maybe you showed it to me, but it was this guy who was like, "Can she come to the door? I'm trying to kill her."
What?
It
We're
was
gonna
like-
need a
he,
sec.
he was like,
Yeah,
he
one
was
second,
like,
honey. Can you come to the door? Someone's here for you.
He was so calm about it, and he was just explaining, and he was just like talking into the Ring camera, and he's like, "I'm here to murder you."
Can we pull up some of these lines?
I don't think so.
Why
I'm
not?
here to murder you.
Well, listen. I think I truly think that there's not many things scarier than someone ringing their doorbell at 3 a.m.
You know what's scarier? And I don't know if you guys remember it. Those weird clowns that were going around a couple
Oh,
years.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the killer
Wait, wait, wait.
clowns.
Yeah, but that's
The
people
clowns.
like
They're fucking around.
yes,
though.
they're purposely trying to get you scared.
I know, but I feel like that's
Mission
like
accomplished.
that's like
You
the
did it.
the plague type stuff, like where you would isn't that what it's called? Not the plague, yeah. Where like you go around and kill people for the purge.
The Purge.
Where you go
Yes.
around and like I feel like somebody just gonna get that idea from that movie, put on that clown mask, and just start spraying away.
They just know their objective. Like they're trying to make you scared. That's why they're
Well,
doing
they're
it.
doing a good job. Yeah.
I don't know why someone's at my door at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know,
Like I'm not answering.
it's like Danny when he has his drug trench coat in Wrigleyville. He knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to sell drugs to
I'm not ringing any doorbells.
teenagers.
the 22 to 26
You're
year old.
not, you're not dealing drugs like a Girl Scout.
Well, I know.
Door to door.
But you
I
just
don't
know the
deal
objective.
drugs. I
You're
just
like
dresses.
you
You have a
which,
trench
check all your
coat and
candy
you just
tonight.
like open it up and there's all syringes
Eddie,
and
Eddie just sounds like
flour
someone who's never, and you haven't, smoked weed in their life. You think people are walking around with trench coats?
I
like,
think
"Eh."
you do.
We have literal dispensaries.
I think that's your hustle.
But there are dispensaries, but you act
Is
like
weed dealing still a thing?
oh, definitely,
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Dude,
Just
people-
undercut the dispensaries.
You don't want to. Who wants to pay those taxes?
Yeah, that's true.
I pay the taxes
Yeah.
because I'm a rule follower.
people are
But
firing out
it's-
dank nugs still, Dave.
How much like how can you even prove that you bought it illegally or
I mean,
I
most
don't
of
think
you
it's-
have it comes in a bag or like a whether it depends on the bud comes in like
Yeah.
different brandings.
They would have to catch you in
even
the
then,
ads.
like you like grind it and it's in
Well,
a,
yeah, but
Well,
if you
to
get pulled
possess
over, you get, and it's in like a tied sack from like the end of
I
a
don't
fucking
think they can
Walmart
get you
bag.
for that.
yeah, because you just
It's almost like they'd have to set up a sting to see if you would sell it to them, and then that's illegal because you don't have a license to sell.
I feel like Illinois probably has some crazy like weed laws when it comes to like
They definitely do.
you can't that's everywhere.
you can't like own a gun and also a weed license, right? And is
that
that here?
true?
I think maybe here somewhere close to that.
We got
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of laws here. We got a big government.
Big law, especially with alcohol. Those
Yeah.
alcohol laws are kind of crazy.
I
They
thought
are?
this. No, I
I
thought
think
we
other
had
states
easy.
are.
I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
that
we
all-
at least we do liquor and beer at the same place.
Yeah.
maybe it
Those
wasn't
states
here.
that don't do that are
Like
in the
North
Stone
Carolina.
Age.
Yeah, Tennessee doesn't sell booze on Sundays or something.
There's a lot of counties in like
I know
Indiana that
in
are like that.
Louisiana you can't buy booze on Sundays until after 11 a.m.
How the fuck are you supposed to watch football then?
You get your shit on Saturday.
Well, I don't.
That
gotta
takes a
think
lot
ahead.
of proactive.
I think that was
planning.
a law here for a while.
It's in weeks.
Not in
still.
my lifetime.
Or it was.
Not since I've been buying beer.
I could be wrong.
Speaking
not
of
really sure.
buying beer and getting a little toasty, how was your time with Stephen J?
Dude, I've said on the stream all Sunday, he's an alien.
Yeah.
So when you tweeted it's been 1 hour in the car with Stephen Che and I already think he's an alien, what was he doing during that 1 hour?
The first thing he said that, like, honestly, not even made my jaw hit the floor, just made me shake my head and, like, what's that gif? Like, where it's just like, ugh. Like, you know what I mean?
The one
like,
where he's blowing.
Yeah, like, I just had, like, the Clint Eastwood, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Gran
Like,
Torino.
Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Like,
Were you asleep? Pete's response is good.
yeah, Pete's response is great. He said, in all
He said where you
seriousness,
asleep for 55 minutes.
he said in all seriousness, he said when he was moving here, he was trying to do a whole segment about if he was going to be a Cubs or a Sox fan. And he was like, so I was trying to reach out to the Cubs to see if I could throw out the first pitch.
That's like planning a birthday party for yourself or something.
But that's like,
No, that's like planning something like if you were going to die soon.
yeah, that's
Like
like,
you're
That's like
like,
planning your own going away
make
party.
a wish.
You did that
I
and
did do
profited from it.
I didn't profit from it.
You
although
charge wristband coverage
I,
for that. It was
I
like
didn't make
25
money.
bucks.
I just didn't pay.
What's a worse look? Him charging money and making
I didn't
money
make
on
money.
Your,
That's
on your going away party, or you having a going away
I
party
did
and never
not
leaving?
make money. I just drank for free.
Wasn't
I
my
think
fault.
that's fair. That's like paying the guy who's.
Yeah, but I
who's-
also
who-
didn't ask you to throw me a going away party.
All right, back
I
on
just
to
did it
Stephen
out of
Che.
the kindness of my heart.
because I mean, he just keeps getting like he every day that we
feel the
live,
need to
he gets a little stranger.
I feel the need to stand up for Stephen Che
He's like a gobstopper. It just
Why?
each layer is just
because
strange.
he has admitted that he knew it was like the longest shot ever, but he.
Yeah, but it's
But you
still,
don't
something
ask.
about
You can't
throwing
ask
a
to,
Hail Mary.
That's something that's like if you get asked to throw out the first pitch. Now I did it, but it wasn't for Barcelona. It was like via
Humble
Miller Lite.
brag there, Dave.
Well, I
I'm not
know
bragging. It was like one of the worst first pitches of all.
time. I got invited, and they said like Dave Williams, and it was because I was the only White Sox fan, so I got it through Miller Lite by like process of elimination. That was why I did it. Otherwise, it could have been anybody. However, like you have to be invited to that kind of thing. You don't invite yourself. That's like
Bill Murray throws out the first.
Yes, thank you.
Do you think maybe since he got on the field with the Bucks,
You
and,
know,
like, do
actually-
you think he like really like it was a little
You know who
delusional,
has to
like,
throw out
point.
the first pitch, and I know this for a fact. Cusack. He reaches
Oh,
out to
yeah.
both teams asking if his team does.
You're right. I've heard that before.
If you were
too.
on your deathbed, would you want to punch him in the face?
No, because I heard he's a legit lunatic, and he would fucking cream
No.
my face.
You
Cream
said he
you.
knew it was on me.
Gross.
He would
Cream your
me.
face.
Yeah,
Gross.
Don't make that
Gross.
sound.
I was about to say the.
Cream pie?
Yeah, I was about to say cream pie, and then I caught myself and I just said
Oh,
cream. But
looks-
that
looks like
also
you guys
is a
have made
euphemism
up.
for punch. Like, oh man, I just creamed that guy.
That still sounds a
Yeah.
little sus.
I would have chosen a different word.
I should have, yeah.
Pummel.
I
I'm
should
gonna,
have.
I'm gonna get the quote card ready.
Yeah.
John
But
Cusack
no,
said cream
he's,
pie Dave in the face.
He's like a legit jujitsu black belt or something. Something like Taekwondo or something.
So were you so thrown off by Che asking if he could throw out the first pitch because one, like you don't ask, they ask you, or two, because he thought that he actually had a chance?
Yeah, I think he downplayed it too. Like I think he thought there was a chance.
So it's like revisionist
Like-
history.
Absolutely
Yeah, like
did.
yeah,
absolutely did.
yeah, like I think Megan bringing that up is a good point. Like him getting all that access at like Bucks camp has probably made him think that. Like,
A little delusional, maybe.
yeah, a little bit. There were other things, but I don't really. I don't know, whatever.
Just little
unimportant. Yeah, there's like little things, but like, I just like.
Well, you sound like you got something to say.
I mean, we were in the car together.
Did you feel that
I
way
mean, how
too?
long were y'all in there? So, because like there
Oh,
has
Eddie took us on the longest, weirdest route ever because he used Waze.
Yeah,
he had us go up some guy's
He's a
driveway.
slave to
He had his-
GPS systems.
Anybody
I love
legit
GPS
had
too.
to cross a one lane, not like 2 lanes, one single lane, one car at a time, wooden bridge across a stream on a guy's property. Not an exaggeration.
Anybody who has been in the Atlanta area knows how bad Atlanta traffic is. I was avoiding the highway in Atlanta. Sorry about it. I don't know what to say. Like, why would you?
You know
not
what? You
wanna-
were driving. They should just thank you for driving.
Well, I wasn't driving.
Who was driving?
Chief was driving.
I was driving.
Then
Yeah.
maybe you should thank Chief.
To be honest with you, I should have had him take the highway because it was more annoying for me. I had to keep talking every 2 seconds to make a turn here and make a turn there in the midst of Stephen Shea talking about throwing the first pitch for the Cubs.
Did he reach out to the White Sox? I would have
No.
loved to know that because I
Do
know
you
who
think
we
he-
would have
I don't know if
spoken
he
with.
did.
Do you think he reaches out as himself, or do you think he reaches out as like a
Like
person
faking?
for himself?
Yeah. So I
Like in
used
representation
to.
of Stephen Shea.
Yeah, I'm Stephen Chase's
So
manager.
I've done that for before. For
He kinda needs
guests
a
for
manager.
Redline Radio. I made when we started Redline Radio. I
Thomas
started
Jones?
a fake.
This is Thomas.
No,
Jones.
this is before you guys were even
Okay.
involved.
This is
with
Dave
it. This is
Portnoy.
like 2016, 17. I started a fake email account and was like, hey, I'm booking for these guys. Like, can you come on the show? And they would never respond. But I would do that too. So if he did do that, I endorse that move.
You endorse that move?
Maybe because
But
the
he did-
email was
he emailed it as-
SkaterDude69 at AOL.
Did you guys see his tweet last night though?
No.
About it was a picture of JJ Watt, and it was he had his 3-piece pink button-down suit with the little pocket square, and Stephen Che, I don't believe I know the quote exactly, so correct me if I'm wrong, but he says he just looks like the teacher that says whenever you ask can you go to the bathroom, they say can you. And everyone just creamed him because what fucking teacher in the entire world has ever looked like JJ Watt? Have you guys ever had a teacher that looked like this?
Can't say that I have.
Dave Portnoy goes, this is not only the worst tweet I've ever seen, it's the worst thought I've ever seen expressed. That's what I'm trying to say. I realized on Friday that Stephen Shea sees the world differently behind his glasses. That's all.
They're not rose colored. They're like Che colored.
Yes. Does that make sense, Chief?
Yes. Oh, I agree. I was just in that one instance where it's like, hey, shoot
Yeah.
for the moon.
And like I like Che. I spent 6 days with him.
He's about to prove us so wrong. Watch, he's gonna go through out the first pitch
it's gonna happen
for the
now, for
Cubs
sure.
and the White Sox.
It's going to happen now that we spoke this into existence.
With JJ Watt.
Yeah.
like as
Dressed
his
as a teacher.
Yeah.
But I spent 6 days with the guy in surrounding Barstool, and I we were talking so much game, I guess, that this did not even like really occur to me. But he truly, the way this world is just different for that guy. He's seeing things.
He is a unique. Yeah, no one thinks like him.
Yes.
Speaking,
I don't think. I know why you don't want to get into it, but like he has kind of. You have a little bit, or he did, where he's just like he'll befriend anyone from the internet, like, and he'll just be their best friend.
and just trust
he
anyone, just
was-
like
Yeah.
blindly trust anyone from the internet.
Yeah, I'll
That's
just like
terrifying.
vaguely say it. He was talking to a guy who was on a burner account, just who was DMing him, like because he like took his pics. I was like, hey man, it's kind of weird that we're chatting through a burner account. Like, why don't you just give me your real name and everything? And then they took it to text, and then they took it to like hanging out. And I was just like so taken aback.
See that.
Respectfully, I love everyone that listens and everybody.
So do I.
Same.
I've met a lot of.
That's
those
why
people,
like
though.
I don't want that to come off rude. Or,
Like I will,
like I'm better than
like I'll
anyone.
cook for you guys. We can meet at a mutual place and say hey. Like we could hug it out. We can giggle. We can laugh. We can bowl. We can do whatever. Just maybe not have each other's personal phone numbers.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I don't want that to come off like I said.
No, I know.
And I hope it doesn't. But
Everyone
does.
knows you're the most lovable guy here.
I don't
guys.
think it does. No, I don't
No,
think it does at all.
They're
But there's more
There's boundaries.
details too that I'm withholding that make it weirder.
What, did
of
they
he
fuck
did.
or something?
No, that made it sound
Cream
worse
pie?
than it actually is. No, he's not fucking guys in the woods.
Correct.
He's not doing
Right.
that. I can go.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
He's fucking them indoors.
yeah,
I like Stephen Che.
I do too. He like I
he's just an alien.
yeah.
Yeah. But he's
a bud. I was very excited. I'm happy he moved here.
yeah.
I drove home to Arlington Heights.
I am like stunned though, because like my perception of him before I got to know him a little bit better was that he's just like a straight and narrow, like kind of normal guy. Like
I don't
like
think
came from ad ops, like he had a real job and then just kind of got into content. He was doing like the Bucks training, like the Bucks like
All
film
20,
breakdown or whatever, which I thought was kind of like weird but funny. Guy just loves football, but it's a little bit deeper than
He
that.
just floored me. He truly floored me this weekend. I wasn't ready for it.
Speaking of weekends, we really missed you for the haunted house.
I know. I saw
it was a great time.
Like, shout out to Hell's Gate. They showed us such a good time. I mean, we got to see the inner workings of that place, and it was
They have 10 makeup artists to do all their shit all day
the
long.
amount of work and preparation and coordination that goes into putting on like a legit
They
haunted
Yeah, I had him on the
it
dog walk in
was-
2019.
I know, yeah.
They start in
Yeah.
like December, January.
But we
you haven't seen the Operation Gross since then. It
Oh,
is
sure.
absolutely
Crazy.
and like it starts off with a walk in the woods, which like now that I'm like rethinking about it and like they said it afterwards, like there's not that many like pop out scary things in the woods, but like the your brain is doing all the work for you. Like, oh God, I'm out here. It's dark. I'm in the woods. I don't know what's coming, and you already start sweating. And so we're like, then you hit this cabin in the woods and you're like, oh God, what's in there? And then you go through that and then there's more woods. And then all of a sudden you see this house.
yeah.
And I will say that production, I don't want to like give anything away in case anyone wants to go still, because they are open through, I think, the 4th.
fourth, yeah.
But like whenever you got to the actual manor, the presentation they put on before you really get into the
Yeah.
haunted house was one of the coolest things that I've seen put on in a really long time.
I think it would be a great time even without the main attraction, like just the woods and that cabin.
1000%.
I was like, holy shit, there's more.
How long did it take? Like 45 minutes, maybe.
I have no idea.
It definitely was well worth like the money. It's definitely well worth the drive. Like
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
And
yeah.
another cool part about it is you park and then they bus you to the place, which is actually me and Chief were talking about it because we're in our bus seats. I'm like, kind of feels like they're taking us out to slaughter here.
It
Like it's
did.
kind of added to like this
It
the
definitely did.
creepiness of it.
Because you turn onto like a dirt road and shit. Yeah.
And then also at the end, they have like the cutest stuff where you saw the pictures. There's like bubbles and there's like a place where you can go shoot hoops. But you know what?
You're shooting-
Twist. Guess what you're shooting? Not basketballs. You're shooting pumpkins.
Oh,
It was nice.
shit.
And then
If you could get a group of like 10 people, definitely do it next year. It was so much fun.
And then they do paintball during the summer,
Yeah,
supposedly.
and the winter. They
Yeah.
have
I
it
gotta
like-
go.
It
They should
was-
extend it too. I feel like Halloween season should get up until Thanksgiving.
But yes,
Hot take.
huge shout out to them though, because like the amount of they start working on it in like December.
Yeah.
Everyone does acting classes and they have these silicone custom made masks and
it's crazy, yeah.
We missed you, Ed, because I would have loved to gotten a scream or two out of you.
Now,
Are you a screamer?
He would have been just for one or two times.
Like you know what I mean?
They
Yeah, not
time
one
it
of
really
those.
well. So you'll be like walking up to like a door, or a trap door or something, and you're like, ooh, something's behind there. And then you'll like open it and someone will pop out and you're like, ooh, wow, ooh, ah. And then like you'll calm down for a split second and someone will pop out again from the side to like really get
That's
you.
when I.
how they
There was
know?
one section
Pee
where the
my little
same
bit.
person got me 3 times in like a 8-foot area.
Yeah.
They were down by my feet. Then they came up top, and then they got me right before I turned the corner.
There
I
was a
like,
part where I couldn't see anything, and it looked like the lasers made it look like we were walking in water. I'm just like tapping Chief's back the whole time because I couldn't see anything, and people just kept like coming through the wood planks. It was so much fun. Like I feel like it should just be like a team building operation for us to go every year.
Well, I do think that we should do a team building exercise that is paintball.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I would
I'm
be
in.
like a SEAL Team 6 member back
Have
there.
you ever done paintball?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, it's,
have.
it's
I got
so
hit
much
with
fun.
it as a
Really?
kid.
Oh, I
but
love
never got to play.
I did it probably 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, and it was in the summer. It was fucking miserable because you're like you have to
So
wear
hot.
the gear.
Oh, yeah.
And like you're sweating. I had like one hit me, like you're wearing this face mask. It hit me like right in the grate, so all the paint
paint
shot
just
through it right
exploded.
in my mouth. It was disgusting.
I loved it. We would take it serious.
was
We'd
fun,
go
though.
a few times. There was a place out in Yorkville, so not far from where him and I grew up, that we would go to, where it was an old garbage dump, and they made it look like a post-apocalyptic place with like mountains of fucking garbage that were 30 feet high, and then they had the woods with like all the obstacles and stuff, and you'd sit there and just like, you know,
Smoke
Snipe.
people.
yeah. We
Yeah,
definitely have to do it. And yeah, and shout out to what Josh? Was Josh's name? Josh, and then
Oh, you win.
Oh no, it was, so Aaron, Ariel, and then I don't remember her.
Josh was one of them though.
I think Josh was.
And then
How don't you
Bruna,
know the
but
name,
I don't
Ed?
know if it was Bruna.
I think it's
Go.
Bruna is like, and that's her.
Bruno is her character.
Yeah,
name,
but I
I-
don't know her
yeah.
actual name. I know, but she was
Shout out.
great.
Shout out.
Shout out just everyone there, super awesome.
But
Thankfully,
especially that one guy whose name might be Josh.
but
Eddie, can you
it
confirm?
almost was a disaster because the SD card wasn't working. We were having some technical issues there for a while, but we figured it out. So look for that on Stool Scenes this week.
And then the guy, I feel like you buried the lead with Fluffy. Just
Yeah.
God,
Fluffy.
Salt.
I was not expecting it, to say the,
Was
the
Fluffy.
very
what
least.
did Fluffy do to you, Megan?
Well, so supposedly, I mean, I don't know these characters, but supposedly, I mean, he's been there for maybe 15 years, and that's another thing. All of these like actors and characters, like Bruna, she said she's been there for 12 years.
They got 10 years.
Yeah, it's just insane. insane. But this Fluffy guy, he looked like he had like a mask, like a insane mask on with like these long. He was scary. But he tears stuff up. Supposedly people go to like Build-A-Bear and make a Build-A-Bear just for him to like rip up. But he came up to me and just ripped this animal leg off and shoved it in my mouth.
It sounds like you got
suggestively.
Frank, Frank the Tank.
Just
by the
shoved
mask.
it just right in my mouth. And then he takes it and shoves it into Dave's shirt to make it look like Dave had this big fluffy
Now
uniboob.
he was doing this, and I just assumed it was cotton candy. And so when he,
Of course.
I mean,
Why wouldn't it be?
I thought that's what was part of the gag. So I'm like, is this cotton candy? I was gonna take a big ass bite of it, and it was just regular cotton.
How long they've been making stuffed animals out of cotton candy?
I don't know, but he shoved it in her mouth. I thought that was why he was doing it, because it was actually edible, but it was actually just like a leg of a stuffed animal.
I'll take some cotton candy.
I would have taken
How
some
much
cotton
glue
candy.
have you eaten?
What? That's not a fucking crazy thought.
Thought it was yogurt.
This is close to. Some people think that M&Ms are different flavors.
People do fucking think that. And it was Skittles, but same difference.
No, it was M&M's.
No, I know.
Pull that clip up.
No,
it was
you
not
can- you
Skittles.
I know. I said M&Ms. But people have thought that Skittles taste differently. And
They
Because
do.
they
They
do.
taste
They
differently.
fucking don't. They're all the same thing. It's just different colors.
No, they're not,
They
dude.
taste different.
Stop trying to die on this hill. They don't. They
Skittles do taste different.
I don't fucking know because I don't eat that shit.
There's strawberry. There's lime. There's
And
lemon.
then I know because I don't like cherry things, and so usually my entire life I stayed away from the red Skittles because I thought they were cherry. But the first time I ate one, I'm like, this is good. It's strawberry, and I knew the flavor.
This is not anything like that argument, though. This was a
People
Halloween
think stuffed
guy.
animals are made out of cotton candy.
It could have been made.
But hold on.
It
All
could have been
different
some,
colors.
like.
I don't think people realize none of them taste different. They're all the exact same, just different colors. Starburst, you have the variety option. So they have that going for them.
Wait, you're saying people don't realize that M&M's, the colors
There's
don't
not a
taste
line?
different?
Yeah, there's not like a yellow.
I
the
swear
yellow
to God,
don't
I've seen this
realize
people
that?
on
think
the
that
internet.
the yellow tastes different than red when it comes to M&Ms?
I think some people assume that. Sure.
M&M's.
We're not talking Skittles, right?
Chocolate.
You mean the chocolate?
Yes.
You think people think it's a red chocolate?
I mean, I don't know. Do
It's
they?
got the Newman.
You
laugh.
said they do.
You
I
said
think-
people
I
Let me
think
help you
some-
out here. The Fruit Loops, like change that argument to Fruit Loops.
There you go. There's another one.
Do people actually think that about M&Ms?
I thought they did. I don't know. You did? No, I
I
don't.
swear I've seen it.
They're all the same. It's
All right.
just like different food coloring.
It
Okay.
does seem like you do.
Oh, that's my favorite clip ever.
I watch it probably like quarterly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an elite clip. It's an elite clip.
And now we got another one. God, stuffed animals made out of
I
cotton
mean,
candy.
this is way more plausible.
This is
No,
so.
have you ever seen a stuffed animal
no,
made out
no.
of
To
cotton
think,
candy?
to think that it was cotton candy was crazy. But
But
like,
I thought it was something fucking edible. It looked maybe like cotton candy. You have to see the footage because he literally
was
shoves
standing-
cotton in her mouth, and I'm like, oh,
I was
that's
standing
gotta-
right there, and at no point.
which the footage comes out Friday on the YouTube on our Chicago vlog. So
Vanilla
go watch
flavored
that.
cotton
It
candy.
clearly tasted like a stuffed animal. It was.
Now, did you think he was tossing like a
taste something if it's not in your
like
mouth?
a cotton candy flavored?
No, I thought he was. I mean, I didn't know what we had just talked about McCamey Manor. I didn't know what I had signed up for there. He just shoved that thing right in my mouth.
This was like the very first thing that happened to us.
Like,
so I was like,
we walked
taken
in.
aback that he just starts shoving stuff in our mouth.
We walked in. They're like, "Do you want a Miller Lite?" And we're like, "Sure." And so we get a Miller Lite. And they're like, "Oh, just wait over here." And then here comes this guy while we're like having a drink, and he's like, and like shoves it in my mouth. I'm like, "Whoa!"
Open wide. Nice stuffed animal. Must be cotton candy flavored.
But he was like ripping it up, and it was just all
Part
the
of the
fluffy
show.
shit everywhere. So I'm like, oh, it's put in it. That's like a choking hazard. We didn't sign anything.
I didn't.
I was surprised.
But
I was
like we
surprised by
said,
it.
we said this on the rundown today. That comes out later. If you're in a costume, you could do whatever you want. Like that Frank the Tank video. Like the mascot just kissing him.
He
and
got
feeding him.
assaulted.
Yeah, like if you're dressed
Essayed.
up, if you're a mascot, did you see it?
Yeah.
The video? Yeah, you could do whatever you want. You didn't see it?
I watched.
Is this it? Put it up.
It's a fever dream.
That's exactly what that is. It's terrifying.
NyQuil man.
What's the Kraken supposed to be? A Kraken?
Kraken's public enemy number one here.
Looks like a troll or something.
What is a Kraken exactly? Isn't it
Giant
just
squid.
Squid, yeah. That's terrifying.
Oh, yeah,
that looks sexual.
fuck?
That looks like a bunch of furries. That looks like people that like to also dress like that on the side and fuck each other.
I
I'm
watched
not
it again
into
last night.
I got an extremely dumb question. Why are all the mascots together in one place? Like it's the All-Star game or something?
I don't know. They must be in New Jersey.
I did remember that too.
Look at Frank. He's just his giggle the entire time. It's like he's getting tickled.
What is he eating?
Ice cream.
It's
It
like a
looks
big
like.
cake.
Oh, it is?
Cotton candy.
Yeah, did you see KFC's tweet about it?
What did he say?
One of the mascots like DM'd KFC
It's a
telling
long
them
time.
like the behind the scenes of how this came to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he screenshotted it and sent it if you want to put it
Gotcha.
up.
I
If
was
not,
I was trying to
no big
picture
deal.
what the Kraken mascot looked like, and I stopped because I think I'd be terrified at any outcome, whether it was an old lady or an older guy. What's worse?
So
The
New
one who
Jersey
delivers
Devil
that smooch.
said Frank is a season ticket holder, and the plan was to go steal his food because he's on a diet apparently. Then it was let's bring him a shit ton of hot dogs. So we had about 12 hot dogs with different topping and condiments. We were running around trying to find him, but couldn't. We had a promo, and the hot dogs got stolen. Went back to the dressing room, and we had cake left over from New Jersey Devil's birthday party. The reason for the cake, Utah Jazz cut the biggest slice and said we are delivering this. It may or may not have been brought up to accidentally crash into his face at some point. So with 1/4 of a cake, we went up, delivered the cake. It was vanilla, sadly not ice cream. It was Plan B. His giggles kind of threw us off a bit.
I would love to, like, the visualization I have in my head is like the mascot sitting around a table, like coming up with a plan in full costume.
Yeah,
Just
it's like
Yeah,
an
no,
ESPN
that's
commercial.
the best part about
All
it.
right, everyone, be serious.
Yeah. I think it was Jared Kravis and I talking about this at the Barstool Awards a few months back. I think Tank might be the biggest celebrity in baseball Twitter.
I think he's the biggest celebrity at Barstool, minus like Dave and Dan.
He's 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
I
might.
think
Oh, he
that's-
might be the most recognizable.
Yeah.
Someone presented an argument that they think Caleb is the most famous.
He might be, but I don't think he's most recognizable though. Only because there's so many people that could look like Caleb. Throw a mustache and some long blonde hair.
I
Good
think
Halloween costume.
I think Caleb gets into other demographics. Is the point?
What
Yeah,
kind of
but Frank is
demographics are you
just.
getting at?
I mean, he's
all,
had
all different
yeah,
cultures.
he's literally
like
had
everybody,
everyone on.
Yeah, because he does Drake. He does all these.
Yeah.
He just had Sexy Red on.
He has so many people that
Stan
I'm
and Zax.
so like old and out of touch with pop culture. I don't even.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this sexy red person in my
Who
life.
is this
until
Drake
that.
guy?
If
Yeah.
you see me and you trying to say what's up, ski.
I guess
Oh, I
famous
know
is
that
more
song.
is different than recognizable.
My
Yeah.
coochie pink,
Is
my
it?
booty hole brown.
What's the
Glenny's probably
Who's that?
up there.
Who says that?
Yeah, it's Sexy Red Ed. Sexy Red Ed. New name.
Sexy
You
red.
should have been
that's-
Sexy Red for
Yeah,
Halloween.
that was her
think
her
so?
TikTok song that went really big. Like my coochie pink, my booty.
He was
hole
singing it in the
brown.
car the other day, humming to
Living-
himself.
I'm looking
That's
for them
another thing-
hoes.
another thing
Quit
Che was
playing.
doing.
Come suck a bitch toes.
Go off.
You like this one? You like it?
Pound Town. Just left Pound Town.
I can make money. Rap is her
There we
niche
go.
category.
That is. I'm good at that.
You nailed it. Hey, let's talk about Portillo's for a second here.
Oh baby.
You guys know Portillo's. It always sounds good. Dogs, beefs, they're unrivaled. So let's debate about some topics. All right. Italian beefs, jardinere or no? White Sox Dave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Hot take.
Yeah.
I think sometimes, not a Portillo's. Portillo's blends it great. I think sometimes jardinere can take away from a beef. If the flavor is good enough,
Ed's got a sensitive tummy.
I think the flavor could take away from the beef.
Yeah, you should be used to jardinere. So like people coming in, it might be too hot for them.
Do you want
Yeah.
my hot take? I like my beefs not wet. I like the gravy on the side. I like to dip them in the
if
side.
you get them delivered, for sure. Because then the bread's just, you can't.
I
But
just like to dip
Sorry,
it in.
Fez.
That's the next thing, dipped in gravy or straight up. So,
Straight
That's
up.
a
But
good
I
way.
want a big fat gravy on the side.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
have you tried cheese on it?
Fuck yeah, I have.
Okay.
You like the cheese?
I'm a little
Yeah.
iffy on that. It's not really how it's.
I know, but I just
traditionally
like cheese on anything.
gone, Yeah, I think it's fine.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
I
the
get
thing.
it on, because I just put cheese. I'll put cheese on cereal.
Yeah,
you know?
cheese is great.
I fucking love
And
cheese.
cotton candy. And
I love Portillo's.
Stuff. Stuffed
Portillo's does
animals.
it on a croissant, which is nice too.
oh, I love a good croissant.
Yes.
The cheesy beef croissant.
Croissant.
Or you get the big beef.
Their cheese is elite too. We should mention.
Yeah.
Cheese is great. Cheese is great.
So good.
So you can go get one of these Italian beefs when you visit your local Portillo's or go to Portillo's.com to order your Chicago dog for pickup or delivery. Portillo's, it always sounds good. Do you like? Oh, one more thing too. Get your tickets to the Barstool broadcast, the Barstool Invitational.
Oh,
It's coming up. It's next Wednesday.
the 8th, I think.
8
Yeah,
days
November
out.
8th.
First part of the doubleheader, we got FAU, and then they play Loyola.
Mississippi State is known up there too.
Mississippi State plays Arizona State. Go get the tickets. They're on sale at barstool.link/2023 invitational. That's barstool.link/2023 invitational.
We should
do
be
you
in the
have,
new
like,
office by
confer-
now.
Yeah.
By then,
we
Yeah,
will.
I
mean-
think this is maybe our last show in this office.
Possible.
That's
Yeah.
That'd be crazy,
that would
boys.
be crazy.
Are you gonna miss it, Ed?
Yeah, I'll miss this office a little bit.
What was your favorite part of this office over the last 2.5-ish years?
Yeah, I don't-
Just getting out of the
Getting
farmer's
it-
insurance.
getting
That was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
getting it and being able to like stand up and go to the bathroom and not
Mm-hmm.
have to like move out of someone's way.
Yeah.
And being able to open a door fully, even though we still really couldn't even do that here.
Yeah.
Because
Those
these
fucking
carpets
rugs. Yeah.
Was nice.
Yeah. That was actually one of my favorite days. Was when Dave just finally snapped and took garden shears to the carpets here.
That was funny.
I was at wit's end.
Yeah.
I was at wit's
That
end.
was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Ryan, you were laughing about something prior to the end of the ad read. Would you like to disclose what you were laughing at?
I honestly, I don't remember.
I do. I'll remind you.
Okay.
You said that some people might not like jardinere on their beef.
Oh, that
from
was
out of
that
town.
was an age-old argument.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Ed was trying to protect people from jardinere.
That's not true. You know what you're doing here, and I'm not going to bite into it.
You're
I'm not
already
gonna
butting
bite
into it, and
No,
I
I'm
have
not.
bitten into it fully. So, rewind the clocks about, I don't know, from actually it was right around this time
This
of
is,
year
I mean,
in 2018.
dude, you just thought cotton candy was in a stuffed animal. I mean, this is the guy I'm arguing with.
and you said it was plausible. Thanks for having my back.
Why? Why would it be plausible? It's
yeah.
never happened
Because
in the world.
I-
A stuffed animal has
he-
never been made out of cotton candy
He shoved
in the world.
a bunch of foamy white shit into her mouth.
But why
And
wouldn't
I'm
foamy
like,
white shit coming out of a stuffed animal
For
be
the
stuffing?
record, it was in a yellow tube with a little bit of
was like
cotton
a
coming
duck-
out.
Did you have a second where you thought it was cotton candy? Megan?
No, I knew it was. I knew it was a
thought so.
toy.
My-
the way he ripped it,
time
you
out.
could hear the.
Hold on,
seams
he's throwing the
rip.
ball and I'm chasing
That's
it.
what I was
I
gonna
know.
say.
He's
He's
throwing
throwing the ball down. And you're chasing it.
I'm chasing it, but I was thinking maybe it was a prop or something they did, like force feeding people shit that looked like, and that was.
And you were just hoping it was cotton
You're
candy.
still,
Cotton
you're
candy
still
to me-
running after it.
I understand, and I'm going to end.
So, like, what color was it
rewind
that you thought
the
it was
block.
cotton candy?
It was bright yellow.
It was
Rewind
bright
the
yellow.
clock
Have you ever seen bright
about
yellow
4
cotton
years.
candy?
Maybe.
Cotton candy, pink or blue, pretty unanimous.
Eddie and I are
Or
out
unicorn,
doing
like,
pizza
little
reviews
swirl.
with David S. Portnoy. I don't know if that's his actual middle initial.
my God.
However,
Is it important?
we also did a beef review at local Italian beef joint, and Dave.
This isn't
Portnoy
the
had-
argument I thought you were talking about.
had never had an Italian beef before, and now when you order an Italian beef from anywhere, Portillo's, wherever.
So Eddie told Portnoy not to get jardinere.
Yes,
And-
correct.
and-
okay.
Correct. That's where the story's
okay.
going. I said, Dave, try it straight up. I
you,
said
Danny.
it might be too hot. He could have got sweet peppers. They ask you if you want sweet or hot, or do you want nothing. I said, hey, just get it straight up. It's great on its own. It's great on its own.
You said don't get the jardinere from this place because it was too hot. You literally used the word nitro
So
to
let me ask you
describe the
this.
jardinere.
Let me ask you
But
this.
Dave might not have a very
But
good spice
when-
tolerance, and
And
Eddie
he
being,
doesn't.
It would
Eddie
ruin the
being a
beef.
the
good
vast
friend.
majority of people get
live in
jardinere
Chicago.
on their Italian
And I
beef.
Who live in
understand
Chicago,
that, but
who are
Dave's
used to
not from
jardinere.
Chicago.
Thank you, Megan. I'm glad you could
Sheesh.
grasp this.
But
He could-
if you're gonna eat an Italian beef, you should do it how.
and I understand.
But what if you don't like hot
When
peppers?
in Rome,
they
right, Dave?
went in Rome.
But if Eddie would have fed Dave Portnoy a sandwich that was hot,
He wasn't
Dave would've-
thinking like that at
Dave
the
would have
time.
looked at him and been like, "You
Yes.
stupid son of a bitch!
and-
Why would you
And
make
you
me
know
eat
what he
this
gave it,
food?"
Megan? He
That's-
gave it in the 8s. He loved it.
But
He
in
loved
the
it.
end,
So it sounds like it went well. Sounds like I made the right call.
it was like an 8.6 he gave it, or he gave it
yeah.
a very high
So
score.
what's wrong then?
What's wrong is even Portnoy turned around. He's like, "What? You don't think I can handle hot peppers? And they're not that hot. You've had jardinere at this point. I'm assuming it's
understand
not
that.
like you're sweating bullets.
Not all
like,
jards are the same.
Not all
They're
jards are the
not
same
at all.
But it's not like the hottest. In this place in particular, Ed says it's nitro hot. And I've had it a million times. It's hot jardinere.
But you
It's
do
Yeah,
love.
you have a
got
tolerance, though.
spice.
You love spicy stuff.
Do you
I
love
do.
spicy?
Yes, I do
Okay,
like
you
spicy.
So you have a high tolerance, right?
Yeah, I do.
So you would have a hard time dissimulating what would be hot on like a scale because
That's
you like it hot.
Not my point.
Some like it
But
hot.
it is a point.
My point
Yes.
is most people get hot jardinere on their Italian beef. So when Dave Portnoy was being introduced to an Italian beef sandwich, I'm like, let's have him get it. And if he would have taken a bite and not liked the jardinere, who cares?
Well, his
He
mouth would have
would
been
have
too hot
cared.
to
Who
enjoy it
cares?
after.
Yeah,
Eddie
you would've
wasn't
why
thinking-
did
that's
you-
not-
Why did
that's-
you give me this?
He would have been like, "I can't taste the beef."
Eddie wasn't
He
thinking.
would have got mad at Ed.
He would. That's not
Thousand-
why.
Dude,
that's
did
not.
you watch
but
the
Ed-
oven grinder review? He was furious.
That was
at me.
years after the fact. After you
But
knew him
still,
way
that's
better.
the point, though. But still, that's the point, though. You would blame me.
What'd you
can't
do
taste
with the
You
oven
were
grinder
thinking.
review?
That's not why you said for him not to take the jardinere because he would blame you. He probably would have, sure. But that's not why you were thinking. Don't take the hot jardinere.
because
I don't
thought
want
he
to
would
get
have-
yelled
Because
at.
I thought he would have a better chance of liking it without it being
That
because he
is
thought
not
it'd be
the
too
goal
hot.
of those videos. Is my point. My point is to get it to him in its like most consumed state.
Okay,
You know.
But
Sure.
that's a guy who does plain cheese pizza every day, though. He's
That's
not.
true,
He's
too.
not going for that.
Dave didn't
On-
even know that pizza review. Dave didn't even know that he does cheese. He's like, "Oh, why would you get this without sausage and pepperoni?"
That's
So-
that's not true at all.
Yes,
I
it
said I
was.
get my pizza with sausage.
Yeah, but
and
you did not
pepperoni.
know that he does cheese
That's
in those pizza
not
reviews.
true.
Exposed.
1,000% fact.
That's not true.
Casual.
I remember.
Exposed.
Casual.
I remember that.
I remember too. That was the topic. We can. It's
Dave?
all on there.
I don't think this went well for you.
No, it wasn't on camera.
It's tough.
This is blame Chief. This is his fault.
How did this not go well?
You conceded.
I'm just trying to get you riled up.
My point is.
Well, how about this then? How about this? How about the time Kate came into town and she got a pepper and egg, and you're like, "Yeah, get jardinere on it." When nobody puts
Oh
jardinere
yeah, that's
on
crazy.
a pepper and egg.
I don't remember that.
What's a pepper?
was
What's
FU.
a pepper and egg?
She was this
Sandwich.
Is
It's
at
like
the
a
old
Lenten
office, too.
sandwich and like a Friday.
For good
people eat it here.
Catholics. You don't eat meat on Fridays.
No,
Well, no, I
Nobody's
know
Yeah.
that.
Portillo
but-
does a great one, by the way.
Yeah, they do.
And Kate.
Do you guys really
Kate
do
en-
not eat
so
meat on
and
Fridays
also
during
Kate
Lent?
enjoyed that sandwich and was glad she got the peppers
You
to
probably would.
use
You
your
probably
argument
do.
against you.
I eat meat.
That's not the point. It's not how it's ordered. I'm going against your argument. Here's where you die in a hill because you said that's the experience. You should eat it how it's served.
A pepper and egg sandwich is not specific to Chicago, and we weren't doing content.
He's not
for
That's
arguing.
the
They're
point.
way more common here.
I had never heard of it for the record.
And you're Catholic.
But that's the point, though. It doesn't
and
come
from
with
the
that.
South, which a lot of
That's
Catholics
quite
reside.
literally your point. Was if most people get it like that, he should order like that. Then if that's
I-
the case for Kate, then why wouldn't she order a
I
pepper
was
and egg
I
sandwich
was
like that?
giving her my order. I'm like, this is how I get
No,
it.
you weren't. No, you weren't. This is where
This is gonna go
where-
on.
That's making
all
shit
day.
up now.
No, I'm
He's
not.
literally making
no, I'm
shit
not.
up.
Who is there with them?
Call Kate right now. I don't care if she's
You told-
postpartum.
Oh my God!
Did you tell her to get
Yeah,
hot peppers on her
congratulations,
sandwich?
Kate, by the
is
way.
the question.
She
Yes,
literally
he
had a
did.
C-section. She got 8 layers of things of body cut. Give her a day or two before you call her and ask her about peppers.
This debate needs to be finalized before we move
What do you
on.
mean finalized? We're going to talk about this again in 6 months. This argument's been going. That happened in 2018. 2018.
And I was correct. Portnoy asked why you wouldn't let him get hot peppers. You literally did not let
All
him
right,
get
so
hot
Dave,
peppers.
tell me more about the bear that had cotton candy in it.
Ooh,
The
crickets.
stuffed animal that he was force feeding Megan, I thought was like some sort of edible prop.
was not edible.
I learned that after 3
How many
seconds.
edible props have you come across in your life?
I don't know, but I haven't been to many haunted houses.
Okay. I guess anything is on the table at a haunted house.
I mean, not anything, but if you're going to shove something down someone's throat, I would assume it's going to be edible.
It wasn't down my throat. Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
mean,
It was
he
just
wasn't
in the
like,
tip-
he just like,
just in a very little bit of my mouth. I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was either.
but my point is that, like, I assumed it was going to be something edible.
But why?
And
That's the question. Why?
because he put it in her mouth, like, he just walked up and said, like, open wide, and was like, okay.
So it's settled.
Yeah.
Ed
Just like
agrees
a
with me.
Treehouse of Horror mid-show.
You agree with him?
Yeah,
about
he
cotton
said
candy?
it's plausible.
Yeah, I
20
think-
minutes
yeah, I
straight.
think- if I was with Dave, I would have been like, "It's great cotton candy.
Yum, yum, yum.
This is how I remember it."
Yeah. Okay.
He ripped the bear hat off himself and started eating it.
Yeah, they're like this is like Barnum and Bailey Circus. You ever been to the circus?
No, clowns freak me out.
I bet-
and,
Really?
And they treat the animals like shit, apparently, so, no.
I went to what was the
I
one
think
that used?
circus are dead, right?
Yeah.
What was the one that used to come to Chicago every year?
I know it's dead. I think it was.
Ringley.
The
Ringling Brothers?
Ringling Brothers.
Yeah.
The Ringling Brothers.
I did
circus.
that one year when I think I was like 18 or 19.
It just always smells like elephant shit in those
Yeah, it was
places.
weird. I didn't like it.
You ever seen an elephant shit too? Watermelons. Watched it at a circus.
I believe it.
Oh,
how much?
yeah, I've
how
seen
much
that.
do you
Big
think they
animals.
have to eat a day?
Hundreds of pounds wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Yeah.
What does an elephant weigh?
Remember that
3
shit
tons?
Joe Exotic was feeding those tigers? Like it was just old fucking Walmart meat.
Yeah.
That ground beef.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, those things eat.
Got to get a deal.
Yeah, you gotta get the. Do you ever get like past market meat?
No.
No. I'll get it when it's like goes bad tomorrow, and it'll be 50% off. That'll be like the most I go.
Elephants eat between 149 to 169 kilograms.
They're eating an offensive lineman every day.
vegetation.
Yeah.
But of vegetables,
Holy
Vegetables. Vegetables.
I love vegetables.
I worked at Target for my first job.
I don't
to
think
answer
I
your
knew
question,
this. I
Megan,
don't think
and we had to. I stocked the dairy aisle, and
Did you just
we
drink
had
the
to
milk
take-
when they weren't looking?
Oh yeah, everybody would.
I got
we had
fired at my
contests
Jewel for that.
Drinking the
that?
milk.
Yeah, I got fired. At
You got
my
Why is
fired?
there only a half
You got
carton of
fired?
milk?
Got fired for drinking milk.
Not
in the
You
morning.
did.
No,
No, a
not-
guy.
I was
worked
gonna
with.
say.
I actually. Well, never mind. Continue.
But they would sell like racks of ribs and shit, and we were supposed to take them off the shelf if they expired 2 days later. So I would fucking click it out of the system 2 days. Like I would time it perfectly and then bring them all home because we were supposed to dispose of them. So yeah,
There you go.
with milk.
With milk.
That's
or like
different than,
anything. It could have been anything with like a 2-day
like, dairy
expiration date.
the cottage cheese or something.
Whatever
Kraft
it was, I would
singles.
just take it. I would click it out of the system, so they thought I threw it out, and then I would just take it home.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably do that.
Everybody.
I
did,
actually
yeah.
think they should allow you to do that.
I had a
You're throwing it out anyways.
Food waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a group of scumbag buddies that would in college, they would order Little Caesars at the last second. They'd call them at like 11:45, and then they wouldn't go pick it up. So that then they would just throw away all the pizza and then they'd take it from the dumpster.
That's
Dumpster
pretty-
pizza. So they're rats. You were friends with rats.
And there were there was like 8 raccoons in that. Like it was like they stopped doing it because the raccoons.
You know,
scared them
these
away
two
so
hang out with a family of
Rats.
animal killers and torturers.
Not me, Danny and
Danny
Ed.
False.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
used to
I thought
have donut and bagel fights because Duncan would throw them out at the end of the night. And you just find the bag
Who
and
are
start
y'all-
whipping them at people.
Who are y'all friends with?
Yeah, this was like 13-year-old me.
Yeah, some,
They're city
some
kids.
animals.
We had
I'll tell
crab
you
apple.
offline,
We had
but his
crab
name-
apple.
Their
fights.
last name's Rieger.
It's not true.
That's not true.
They torture raccoons and stuff.
No,
That wasn't even him.
it wasn't him.
I don't believe Eddie did it.
No, there was a guy a guy's uncle. He told us a story. He would trap raccoons in like the cages, you know,
Skunks.
and then he would go to the woods and he would skunks and he would drown them.
Oh,
That's
drown
so
'em.
mean.
Inhumane, yes. Not
But
good.
I thought skunks were good. I thought they ate like mice and stuff.
I always say that about everything.
Every
right?
animal's got its place.
No, but I do think I think
sometimes
skunks
you don't
eat
want them.
small rodents.
Skunks. I don't think skunks are carnivores. I could be incorrect there, but I would imagine they just eat like.
I bet
grass
you
and
they're
shit.
herbivores.
Or maybe.
I think they
they
eat
eat
small
mice.
rodents and
Yeah.
mice
Do
they?
and like
Mice,
Do that?
voles, voles,
Look
rats,
at
and
those
birds.
teeth, dude.
Let's
Yeah.
start eating some rats in this city. What are we doing? Right?
Do you want to eat rats?
You're not
No,
seeing
I'm
a skunk
saying
in River North. So.
We need the skunks eating rats.
But that's why they have the
released-
feral
yeah,
cat
they released the
program.
cats.
That's why we got a lot of coyotes down here too.
But then they released the coyotes. Now they're eating too many cats. Now the cats are eating
Children.
the rats.
And they're eating babies. Yeah, they're eating dogs too.
Wait, who
That
was
happened-
eating babies?
They're not eating babies. Sorry, they're eating dogs. They're eating like
Puppies.
small dogs.
Classic
Like,
mix-up.
Eddie, that's not.
Did you guys
something
have
mix
coyotes
up.
down in Lafayette, Louisiana?
Coyotes are everywhere.
I think we had them, but I mean, I think that a lot of them were probably eaten by alligators and stuff like
That's
those.
sweet.
Probably. That
Dude,
is
I didn't know.
How many? You see alligators all the time?
Oh, my favorite part was alligator season. I believe it starts September
Like
or
hunting
November.
season?
Yeah, because you can only hunt them. You
Yeah,
can have
yeah.
so many tags. The Ashfly Bridge Basin Bridge. Is like 15 to 15 miles long or whatever. So it takes you a good 25 minutes to get across it. And if you can look down the sides on like a nice sunny day, I counted up to like 47 one day because they're all just down there just soaking in the sun,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like floating. Some big fucking gators down there.
No,
I've,
but
I've never seen one in the
They're
wild.
like getting fucked up by these pythons, right?
Yeah.
They might just be Florida. But
I think
Florida
I don't know how much python action we're getting in Louisiana. I mean,
It's
I know.
coming.
I mean, I'm sure everyone just dumps them out whenever they're done, and they have no natural predators here. So
So did you have to worry like
where
when
I
you're,
was at,
like fucking around, being like, oh, like
If you go for
Don't-
a swim,
yeah, there might be gators.
growing up, yeah, there, like I lived on the bayou, like on both houses I lived at, there was like, I'd go swimming and sometimes a boat would come and be like, all right, careful there. We saw a gator down like close to the end, but it was really more like you'd have to watch out for like moccasins, like water moccasins, like
Yeah.
snakes, or even just like scraping your leg on like nasty barnacles and stuff, like just getting like an infection from the water that way was really gross.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of
Like,
barnacles.
this is a bunch of barnacles.
These guys don't know SpongeBob.
No, like, not like us.
We
I
don't.
figured it. I thought that was a good impression.
But yeah, no, there was alligators, and there was, I mean, the biggest one my brothers caught was like 5.5 feet, and they did it with like a big treble hook, and they, this is not PETA friendly, but they bashed it on top of the head with a hammer to kill it.
did you ever watch that show Swamp People?
Hell yeah, I watched
So
Swamp
they
People.
used to say that there's only like a small.
Yeah, it's right. It's
Yeah,
about a,
you have
it's
to hit
about
it in that spot.
Probably like a $50. Y'all remember $50? We're
Yeah,
all old here.
it was.
like $50 size spot right between their eyes. You hit them in the brain.
Yeah,
That's why.
But if you hit them anywhere else,
It
they're
could
like,
ricochet and
Yeah.
really fuck you up.
yeah.
And then want to fuck up the hide, like for
I
selling
couldn't
purposes.
kill an animal like that.
No, not even that,
Needs to be
because like
swift.
No, like,
you
it wouldn't
have to kill
die.
it through that way because it's literal like armor is
Yeah.
so hard.
Take a knife to that thing,
It's
though.
like going to the Death Star. Yeah,
you can
but
get it
don't
from
wanna
like
get
the underbelly, but that's whenever you want to clean it and hide, like get its
Yeah.
hide and
I don't
But
think
like,
I've ever had gator
if
meat.
your kids went out, would
Gators
you be
good.
like, hey, be careful for gators?
When like if in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't live near like water like that. That's like if we like that's like you gotta. Oh, I don't know. There was the river next to us where there was a house that you probably like if you went down the dock, you'd probably say, hey, just be careful, especially if you had small dogs and stuff. That's really like whenever we lived on the bayou. That's the only time we really worried was like if there was a hurricane coming and the water was up a little bit and the dogs had to go to the bathroom. Like, is what's lurking in those
That's
waters?
scary. That Disney story still fucks me up.
What Disney?
Oh yeah, Disney World.
The kid who
Oh,
got dragged
oh
in
yeah,
with
no, that's
Disney.
awful.
That's like the worst story.
Oh yeah.
I just couldn't imagine like death by alligator.
But, and that was like they
Oh.
just were like by
More-
design put it there, right? Didn't
No,
they?
it was like they said there were signs like no swimming, like watch out for gators, and like they were just in there like up to like their ankles, like it was
Yeah.
like in their shins, and the kid was just with his dad, and a gator came out of nowhere and just snatched
Yeah.
him,
It's
Yeah,
just so
it's bad.
sad.
snatched him, gone, and like it's not like a pretty thing.
No.
They
No, they like rip you to shreds.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they do the death
they do
roll.
the spin thing.
Yeah.
The death roll.
I think they like drown you first, and
Yep.
they want you to like rot.
They
for a little bit.
no, they drown you, then they rip you up because like they let the water saturate you a little bit so
Yeah.
that they can be ripped up and eaten.
Do you
One of
think you
those
could take a
horrible
gator
stories.
on land? On land.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
I think that they're not quick laterally.
But like, how are you hurting them?
I don't
You're
know.
just running from
I
it.
mean,
have such,
people,
like, armor.
Crocodile Dundee, they like wrestle with gators and
You
shit.
can choke it out.
I mean,
They like, you ever seen
could
they
kill
put
it.
yeah,
like
so
duct tape around their snout?
that's what you have to do. You have to have someone like in front of them being like, look over here, while someone else hops on their back, holds their mouth down, and then you pull their neck back up and you do the electrical tape around their
'cause,
mouth.
Like, once you have it closed,
and then you
They
hog tie
can't
them.
put pressure.
they can't open
like
it.
a ton of pressure going up, but it's
Right.
like a billion pounds of pressure.
Yeah,
running
that's
down or
exactly
something
why.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Gator fun facts of the day.
Put in a cage, anyone could just get top position and just
That's what I mean.
submit that motherfucker.
I
and
think
then
I would rather
choke it out.
Yeah, just
if
get a
you're gonna
unanimous
fight
decision.
a deadly animal, that would be like top of the list.
Yeah. Just put in the walls of Jericho.
Yeah. Just get 'em.
I mean, there's just some
Full
people
Nelson
too
it.
that like will just go up and like smack the top of the mouths of them, like the people that have been like working with them forever, like
Yeah.
people that have trained them. I had a girl that I went to high school with. She had a flower shop that / like little nature thing, and they had an alligator there. He was like 87 years old. It was her grandpa's gator named Chomper. He just died recently.
Really?
All right,
They live that long.
Yeah, they live a long time.
Aren't they like older than dinosaurs?
I think they're as old as
yeah,
dinosaurs.
It's like sharks and crocs and gators, like the oldest
and,
species
like,
on Earth.
cockroaches
How do
or
those
some shit.
fuckers
It's
What?
escape the
sharks
comet?
too.
Who?
They hit
Sharks?
underwater probably.
Yeah.
Lots of dead things for them to roll around and
That's
jump
how-
on.
Yes. I mean, they probably
Multiple
evolved,
comets.
too.
I was watching
Yeah,
a show the other
comets.
day about all the. We've done an episode about this, but all the animals that went extinct at like 12,000
Yeah,
years
the
ago.
new
here.
Planet Earth, right? Or whatever. I
It
don't know
might
if
have
it's-
been.
Yeah, on
I
Netflix.
might have taken a little
Sick.
something when I was watching it.
So I
but
didn't realize it's
the
just
Pleistocene.
Just to let
Yeah.
you guys and not interrupt. There's snow plows on my street right now already. That's how much
Really?
snow's come
It's
down.
getting real out
We got
there.
we got that infrastructure for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's sticking at my house right now.
Sticking?
My
All right, well,
husband.
I take it back then. I'm sorry.
This is a snow.
They're talking about
it's
rescheduling
snowing
trick or
now.
treating.
Snow.
Yeah, it's coming down.
I told Megan I don't want to rain on her parade, but I didn't consider it snow unless if it sticks.
I would actually genuinely feel bad for your kids
If they had to go out in this?
moving up to Illinois, their first like big kid
Yeah,
holiday.
your one
and
kid's
it's
like
canceled.
almost getting towards too old for trick or treating.
Oh no, he can still
Yeah,
trick or treat.
a few more years.
I'm just mad where I parked. I mean, I couldn't find a spot this morning, so my ass is going to be
she's
getting a little winter wonderland out
And you,
there.
you said you ate shit too.
Yeah,
Welcome, Not welcome as well.
Bill's character, don't worry.
Yeah,
Very
you'll be
humble.
fine.
I'm gonna have a nice bruise probably on my
yeah.
on my
Oh
tailbone.
yeah, you'll have a few this winter.
Did you
Everybody
like
does
rip
it.
through your pants? Like
Oh no,
your
I didn't
knees?
rip. It was just like one of those like whoop. Okay, get back up. Just it was like one of those. It's just annoying.
No one saw you.
No, thank
Oh,
God.
that's the most hurtful part.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, by far.
I feel
The,
bad for Megan. She had a
Be
tough
careful.
morning.
Don't land on your elbow. I had a buddy who landed on his elbow
And
and
it
his
broke it?
shoulder dislocated. Just
Oh,
popped
fuck.
right out.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't tell me that.
Don't land on your head either.
Don't land on your head.
It's
Tailbone's probably the best spot.
You could
yeah,
die from
tailbone or
falling.
hip.
Oh yeah,
People die from falling all the time.
Yeah.
every day, probably every day.
Dude, I slipped on black ice and like I swear I got a concussion from it because I just like went full back and smacked my head on the driveway. It's
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah, if you want, you can wear a helmet when it's icy out. A lot of people do that in Chicago.
Just be a helmet
I've been
girl.
meaning to bring this up. Harry
Helmet making
wears
money.
an army guy, like
He-
a 1918 World War
Yeah.
One army helmet.
Specifically
I love it.
German.
Yeah. It looks very kind of, little. I mean, we're talking World War One,
a
so
little
not
Reichish.
Nazi.
Yeah.
But they're starting to.
Yeah, we didn't like them back then either.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the only thing that fits his head, you know.
I know.
That's why he does
Well,
it.
that
Is that
was
why he does it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What size head does he wear?
I don't know, but
What size head does he wear?
I said hat.
Oh, I thought you said head.
I don't think he wears hats. He's got like a Tom size head. But I know
Tom, do they make hats for your size? Like
Yeah, it's
59.50?
Yeah, it's just hard to find. Like I'm
custom order 8.5.
I'm like a 8.5 probably, but they don't sell that anywhere. So
I got a
Tom,
dome
if you
for a
like
head and
shaved
I'm
your
like
head,
7
what
5/8.
size hat would you be? Because you
If
got
I-
thick hair.
yeah, when I cut my hair really short, it fits in an 8
Okay.
pretty well. But then the second my hair grows, so like if I was totally bald,
So do you think you'll ever go bald?
No, look at that
No,
head of hair.
he's
I
got
mean, you
the
never
best hair in the
know. I mean,
office.
I see it, but you never know.
All right, Meg. Yeah, no,
I don't think you will. It looks great. I just was curious. Like, is your dad
Uh,
bald or grandpa's?
it's your
from what I've
mom's
heard,
side,
it's my
I'm pretty
mom's
sure.
side, and
Oh.
I think that's bullshit.
my mom's dad, and like all the guys in her family have like full head of hair.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're old,
Yeah.
so
Good for you. Yeah, I'm gonna be bald before you, for sure.
you never know.
What's that like horse shampoo? Have you ever used that?
Yeah, mane and tail.
Yeah. Is
It's
that-
actually a great shampoo for you. It doesn't have any of like they did a bunch of tests
No
on
chemicals?
it. Doesn't have like any of the shit. There's actually lawsuits against like 90% of like shampoos right now for like making
I'm
you
starting
lose
to
your
get to
hair.
that point in my life
PFOAs?
now that I'm older where I do pay attention to that stuff.
What do you put in your body and stuff? What you
A
chemicals
lot
you
more,
use?
yeah.
That's
It's-
crazy.
It creeps me out reading any
formaldehyde?
label, food or and just seeing a bunch of all these scientific words
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
even
like that.
pronounce. I'm like, doesn't
no,
feel like it should be going in or on me.
So, not to brag, but I had a cleaning lady come by today, too.
I have one coming tomorrow. I can't wait.
And-
First time.
Oh, you guys have cleaning ladies? I have myself.
Sucks.
Sorry, you're poor. Well, you are,
yeah.
a woman.
Yeah, you'll...
So your girlfriend doesn't come clean your house?
Oh.
No.
Why not? She's a woman.
Oh.
She's not a woman. She's
what is she?
non-existent.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to air your name out, but maybe you should clip this and hear this non-existent shit that Dave's talking. Look at him getting red
It's
over
a
there.
joke.
Someone's not getting laid tonight.
No, but anyways, I bought all... yes. Glad I didn't say that.
Happy Halloween.
Degan Day's canceled.
It's back to Dave and Megan Day.
Dave and Megan Day, yeah, separate.
Yeah.
Because you don't get a holiday anymore.
Yeah. But anyways, I bought all organic cleaning supplies because I was like...
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys clean your house before the cleaning lady? Like
Yeah,
shit we used to bitch about when we were
Well,
younger?
I do vacuuming and anything
Oh, fuck that. I'm not vacuuming before the
No, I'll do it because
Yeah,
I have
that's-
so much dog hair, but she did the baseboards and then it's hardwood, so she'll steam it, mop it, all that.
I mean, I'd be picking up shit off the counter, making it look
Yeah, all
presentable,
that,
but I
yeah.
don't know if I'm sweeping.
I always hated when
I
my
didn't
mom used to
sweep.
make me clean before the cleaning ladies came. I always thought it was so
The
stupid.
Makes no fucking sense,
Mom.
I literally would say that
She's
all
not
the
your
time.
maid.
Well,
My mom would be like, she doesn't work for you, she works for me, and so do you. So clean up your shit.
That's hard when it
She
comes
didn't
back
say
to
shit.
She didn't say shit.
I will say my cleaning ladies always left me Andy's mints on my on my
Ooh, that's
pillows, and I
nice.
thought that was the sweetest thing ever. So shout
Yeah.
out the old cleaning ladies. I
Shout
used
out
to have.
Yolanda. She did a great job today. Unlike the fucking plumber guy.
I would tell my brother that a cleaning lady was coming, so get ready because she's gonna bathe you.
I had a plumber come today to fix.
Wait, why?
He
What?
didn't know what kind of cleaning she was doing. He was 4.
What?
I told him, I convinced him that the cleaning lady was there to clean him.
I'm the only one that got that.
Yeah,
for the
that's right, thank you.
I missed it.
Go on.
With what? Oh,
You were
the guy he showed up. He was supposed to fix my dishwasher and the drain in my tub. Couldn't fix the tub. Broke the dishwasher.
That's,
So it's
that's no
0
man.
for 2.
You should have
Yeah,
hired
it was
a
a rough
2, you
fucking
went
morning.
should have hired a woman.
Probably, yeah.
No, this is you got to use.
This is man
yeah,
shit.
this is man work.
Yeah, I just hired the wrong man.
Yeah.
Might as well have hired a woman.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting laid tonight.
I am. It's my birthday.
Nice. And Halloween.
Will you watch a scary movie tonight? Anyone?
I would love to.
Nah.
No,
I'm watching
I'm
Animal
going
Planet.
to get a pizza with.
Sweet, dude.
I am picking up my birthday present from my dad.
Oh, when's his
yeah.
birthday?
No, he's
When
picking
my
up.
his
dad's
dad-
birthday?
Yeah, you want to say what you got?
Oh, I thought you were getting.
Yeah, he bought me a gun.
He's gonna kill his dinner on the way home.
And then I'm getting Al's Pizza with my high school baseball coach.
That sounds.
Is that the one you tried to get Dave to meet?
He did meet him.
He did meet him.
You're gonna stick a couple candles in that pizza.
Now, that story, I even told him, I'm like, you realize what's going to happen to me when I ask him for this picture, right? He's like, I don't care. I want that picture. I'm like, fine.
I like
But
that
I'm
guy.
blaming you for the reaction to this.
Wait, tell a story again.
So this is when we did the
1985
so I grew up
promo at
10
the
minutes from the
casino.
Aurora Hollywood
Yeah,
Casino. It is a Penn property. We did the Bears versus who was it? Browns bet, 1985 bet. If you bet the Bears to win on the money line, you got plus 1985.
Still great. It was a great promo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Until
it
they
lost,
lost by
Anyways.
thousands.
but it was a great promo.
Not germane to the story. Continue.
My high school baseball coach came because it's right by where I grew up, and he wanted a picture with Portnoy so bad. And he's like, "Get me a picture with him." I'm like, "I'm not asking him. You can go ask him." And he's like a friend of mine at this point, not a authority figure anymore. So I told him, I'm like, "Fuck off. I'm not doing it." Finally, he talks me into it. I'm like, he is gonna shit down my neck all over social media when, I asked this question. Obviously, Dave took the picture, and then he proceeded to shit down my neck. White Sox Dave just asked me to take a picture with his high school baseball coach or something. And I'm like, see, this is what you did.
He calls this.
It'd be
Do you
better
think-
if he didn't ask you to do it. He
Yeah.
would, of course, Portnoy would say yes.
Yeah,
to
what's
it.
he going to
Yeah.
say?
And right away.
Yeah, I'm like, just go
Dave
and
takes
ask
1,000
him.
pictures.
Yeah,
He's
he
great
takes-
about it. Yeah,
Right.
he never says no. Do you
That's so
think that
funny.
if Eddie had asked, can you take a picture with my high school football coach, Portnoy would have shit on him, or do you think it was just for you?
He might have made a comment, but not.
He does
as-
like to shit on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's snowing like crazy.
Holy fuck!
It's
We got
a
a
blizzard
blizzard.
outside.
Yeah, I gotta
It's a
drive
blizzard.
home in this. I
We're
I don't
sleeping here
know.
tonight.
I might die.
You've never driven in snow.
I've never driven in snow. My husband
That's
wants me
actually-
to Uber, but
it's-
I'm not gonna do
You gonna
that.
leave your car here?
Fuck no, I'm not leaving my
So I'm
car.
gonna tailgate you to make sure you're okay.
I wouldn't tailgate
I'll be
her.
all right.
Yeah, for
You gotta
real.
keep
She
like
could
a
follow-
mile distance.
Yeah.
Harry, you're on camera.
Harry, put your helmet on, Harry.
Hey, don't forget.
Seriously.
Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. Harry
put the helmet on.
Harry would get the largest size lacrosse helmet, and then he would have to take pads out still
To fit?
his head.
It
Someone
probably
texted him
wasn't
to put
even
his helmet on.
NCAA
Yeah.
like allowed at that point.
I don't know. So not safe.
He got. Well, I had him. I had a buddy who was in a wedding. Going back to Dave in the photo gate, I had a buddy who was in a wedding, and he's like, "Hey, dude, totally okay if you can't."
Here's the helmet. Here's the helmet.
It's
Turn if you hear us, Harry.
helmet.
You fucking asshole.
Harry,
He's
look
trying to
over
head it.
here.
He's still-
He's a couple seconds behind.
Take
I'm
off
trying
the
to see
bows.
what movie was that. There was a really good war movie that I just watched. It wasn't like All Quiet on the Western Front,
I
but it was
just watched
something
that.
like
Schindler's
that.
List.
Last
Oh wait.
week.
Oh, and Luke.
Easy with that arm.
But his gift to his groomsmen was a picture or like a signed 8x10 of like their their favorite people.
Okay.
You know. And he asked, he's like, "Oh, would you mind if I get one for Dave?" And I was like, "Sure." Like just like mail it to me, and he's gonna be here in 2 weeks to send it in. They had him sign it, and he started calling me an autograph seeker. Like he thought, like
So
I
he
was
did.
trying-
You did get it.
He thought I was trying to sell it on the
eBay?
open market. Yeah.
See, I was with him. You and I were with him at the Super Bowl thing a couple years ago, and there were people legit. I remember one guy got pissed because he was signing a little mini. I think it was a Michigan helmet or a Patriots helmet or something. And I've signed a lot of baseballs for myself, and it's hard to write on round surfaces. So his autograph looked kind of like shit, and the guy started losing his mind on him. And I was with Portnoy. He's like looking at his phone. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm done with autographs." I would have said the same thing.
Have you guys ever asked Dave for a picture?
I actually haven't. I don't have any pictures.
I have no. I haven't.
No.
I haven't asked one either.
No.
I think on the first day we did the Portnoy show, I was like, "Hey,
One
grab a
picture?
pic?" You know what I mean? Like
Grab a
just
pic.
but
Just
that's
a-
also like a social guy.
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
Yeah, that
to
makes
do that.
sense.
Yeah.
Not just like a first day at work with the boss.
Yes, like randomly, and like I think we took one at the opening of the Barstool Bar, but that's like I feel like that's like noteworthy shit.
Not
Yeah,
to-
Club Ed in Vegas with him.
Oh yeah,
Ace
but
of
that's like
Spades.
content. Like it was
A little humble brag. I was on Facebook the other day. You know how sometimes like random, like
Wow,
celebrities
look at you.
pop up at whatever. It was Theo Vaughn, and me and Dave were tagged in a picture with him, and it was me, Theo, and Dave. I was like, damn, what a good picture that one is.
You posted that?
Theo did. Yeah.
Oh, he tagged you too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
When was that from?
Tagged you
It
on
was-
Facebook?
Yeah, I guess so. It was from the college football show last LSU. Whenever I was LSU Ole Miss.
Well, you're like buddies with him, right?
Yeah,
Have you
his,
said that before? I don't
yeah,
know.
his
Sorry, I don't know if
his like dad is he's kind of older now, but he was our lawyer for a long time.
Oh,
My husband's lawyer. So my husband-in-law's dad, or my in-law's best friend. My father-in-law. There we go. Father-in-law's best friend. There we go.
That's quite the picture there. Dave,
That
why
one's
aren't you
funny.
in this one?
That's fucked up, Chief. Hey, that's wrong, Dave. See,
He's trying to bait.
he's goading.
Yeah.
He's goading. All right, then we could wrap this up. Megan, happy birthday. I hope it's a good one.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you. I hope
Megan.
I get home.
You'll get home. I don't know if you're going to
Drive. I'm not
matter of
kidding.
when.
Drive so slow. And
I
if you
hate
start
driving
if
slow.
if you start to fishtail,
Drive slow home.
Go in the direction of the
Yes.
fishtail. I hope that doesn't happen because that's
what kind of car do you got?
an Atlas SUV.
Oh
be
yeah,
fine. You'll be
yeah,
good.
yeah. You'll be fine in a SUV.
If I roll over, I'll be all right.
You should just
Knock
drive
on
her
wood.
car home, Dave.
I'm not taking her.
Why? It's her birthday.
I took you home the other night, all 4 blocks.
Oh.
Yeah, because I
Shit.
didn't have my gun yet. It wasn't my birthday yet.
Because you were nervous?
No, it was because I was too lazy and it was late, and she was going to the highway anyways, and I was on the way.
That's
Uh-oh.
not what you said.
Say what? Thank you, Ryan. What did you say?
You were scared about being mugged. I was
Wow.
there when
I
you
wasn't
asked.
actually scared about it. I said that. I was.
You
actually
literally
scared
said there's
about
so
being
many
mugged.
muggings in this area.
He was like, let me check the Citizen app, make sure it's safe.
See, she's afraid she's going to get in an accident. Afraid is afraid.
Being afraid is okay.
I said that. I wasn't actually.
I'm actually more afraid of driving home than walking 4 blocks. So I got to walk 4 blocks to get to my car.
True.
So I'm double
You
scared.
can park. Well, we're not going to be here anymore, really. But you could have parked here.
I couldn't if there was already the only car that could fit back there is Eddie's little Tesla that sounds like some kind of aircraft whenever it turns on.
All right, then. This is it. Maybe the last live mid show from the studio. Maybe not. Who knows?
Is Joe Rogan Puerto Rican?
While
Why is
we're
he
on
wearing a
topic.
Team Puerto Rico?
Because there is a picture. Never mind.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys.
Oh, so there is
see you
a
guys.
reason.
Happy Halloween.
But you-